Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today is a bit of a sad day. My mother-in-law has just lost her little dog. So I thought that I would pour this memorial dog mold for her to I don't know, I thought it would be a nice gift for when I go over to visit tomorrow. Now the dog is black with a little bit of copper underneath of his muzzle and on his paws. So I'm going to use the Mayspring Charcoal Black as my main color. I'm going to use a little bit of clear, and then I'm going to use the Mayspring Pure Copper. So I have mixed up 5 ounces of resin, and I'm going to use probably about 2.5 ounces of black. So I'm not really sure how much this mold takes, but I do know that I need mostly black. And some clear for have a little bit of space in between the colors, and if I need any extra, then I can always use that as, you know, to mix up more of whatever I need. Okay, I'll need a little bit of copper, so I'm gonna use maybe a 1/2 ounce or so. Maybe a little bit more just in case. All right. I'll leave that clear. Get my little spoon here. Oh, I just felt awful for her because in the last 2 years, she's lost all of her boys. Let's see, about 2 years ago, she lost her first puppy. Well, it wasn't a puppy, it was old, but she lost the first one. A month later, she lost the second one. And then a month later after that, my husband, her son, passed away. Which, that one was the worst hit of all, of course. But now she's also lost her third baby. So I just feel so terrible for her. You know, I have a dog, and he's only 4, but I just dread the day that he passes away. That he was more partial to my husband, and he's been absolutely devastated since he's passed, and he's really withdrawn. So I just, you know, I love him to death, you know, but ever since my husband passed away, he's just been a different dog, and I don't really know what to do for him. You know, there's nothing I can do to change it. It's always hard losing anybody, animals included, because they're like your family, you know. You take care of them just like you do your children, and it hurts just about as bad when you lose them. So, yeah. Let's see. Don't need these mica powders are quite pigmented. I love them, and they do really well with reactions like for geodes, or crackles. They make those reactions very, very well, very easily. So if you're having a hard time getting the crackle effect or the geode effect, I would definitely look into the Mainspring mica powders, because they work very, very well. And they have such a beautiful color range as well. Alright, so I got my colors mixed. Let's make sure this is good. Yeah, it's got plenty. Alright, so I'm gonna go and get this in the vacuum chamber, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this has been through the vacuum chamber for about 3 minutes or so. Let's see, I'm gonna spray a tiny bit of alcohol in there. And I want the top of the dog to be mostly black, so I'm gonna start off with the black. Get a napkin. Then I'm going to add a little bit of clear. And a little drizzle of the copper. More black. Hope I have enough black. Some more of the clear. This is a large dog mold. It's gonna take more resin than I thought. And a little more of the copper. Might need to mix up more black, because he's mainly all black. He's got a little bit of copper in him. It's gonna take more resin than I thought. Okay, I might put a little bit more clear, and then I'm gonna make it, the rest of it, black. Let's pour this in here so I can get it. Now I'm gonna mix bubbles into it again. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to put more copper in until I get more black in there first. I don't want to dump that in there. Try to mix it in slowly so I don't get a bunch of bubbles mixed in there again after I just ran it through the vacuum chamber. But I do want to mix it in very well so I don't get mica powder bubbles where they fall to the top of your piece, to the bottom of the mold. Okay. Put that black in there. A little bit of copper. Well, actually, let's spritz that a little bit. I can see bubbles on top. Might even use my don't want to use your lighter after you use the alcohol, obviously. It will catch fire. Okay. Wish I would have made more black than copper now, because I'm probably gonna have to mix up some more resin. I don't want to add any more of that copper in there because I don't want too much copper to overtake the black. Like I said, he's mostly black. Okay, that's about all I can get. Let me see if I need to get some, get up underneath of that chin area. Oh, don't need much more. Well, I guess I could probably top it up with the copper. There's not a whole lot in there. And this will probably stay at the top, you would think anyway. So we can maybe just top that up. Oh, actually this mold is not level, it looks like. Okay, there we go. All I had to do is just move it, move it over a bit. Actually, I think that is good. It's not domed, but see if I can get any more out of here. If you hear any noise in the background, that's my daughter. She's watching Henry Danger. She likes that show, and she's be her laughing. There's also a storm going on. Not much I can do about either one of those. That's all I can get out of that. I think that's pretty good though. I don't think I'll mix up anymore. Well, for some reason this mold doesn't want to get level. That's as good as I can get it, I think. All right. Let's just, yeah, let me get those bubbles on top. Hopefully the alcohol is dispersed now, or evaporated rather. Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna get this all cleaned up and get it cured, and I'll be back. Okay, so what happened is I turned my heat plate on too soon and it flash cured a bit, and you can see where the resin kind of pulled back. This is a lot deeper than I initially paid attention to, I guess, for that resin, and it kind of pulled away. Plus, I've noticed that my copper pretty much got ate up, other than just one little spot right there. So what I'm going to try to do is take a little bit of UV resin with my copper mica powder, fill that in right there, and maybe the rest in clear, and see if that helps. If not, I'll just have to redo it. Alright, so I'm going to use the Bond Crafter UV resin hard type. Hopefully it's not too opaque to cure. So I'm just going to put a little bit. Let's see. I'm just gonna, pour this in there. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is now. If I don't like the way it came out, like I said, I'll just redo it, because I don't want to be unhappy with a piece like this. Didn't really want the entire bottom to be copper. I mean, not that you'll see it when it's sitting on the table or whatever, but we'll see. We'll see how this turns out, if it turns out. Mainly his muzzle right there, and the bottoms of his legs is that coppery color anyway. So this, I don't know, we'll see. Now I'm gonna, I guess, fill up the rest of this with clear and kind of blend it together. See what sort of effect we get like that. Oh, I should have had gloves on. Maybe a little bit more. Just kind of blend that a bit. And I did break the seal a little bit around the nose area. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But, well, I should have put my lighter across it, huh? There it goes, a little unlevel. Okay. Kind of making a funny pattern as it's curing. Yeah, I might end up having to just redo this. Oh, I got some of the resin kind of bubbling up from an area that I broke the surface tension. I mean, broke the seal a bit, so that may also be a problem. Dang it. Let's see if it's sticky. I think that is, I'll have to sand that bit down. Okay, I think that's good and cured. Just checking all around. Okay. That should be good, at least to demold. All right, well, let's see. Kind of awkward to demold this with the mold being so big with all the other ones. Just bear with me. Okay. All right, so yeah, see where that kind of bled up right there? Bubbled up. Let's see. Oh. Well, it's not too bad. It has less copper in it than I was kind of hoping for, though. But he's adorable. And actually, the dog really doesn't have very much copper in it. It's mainly just copper right there and right there. But I'm not sure if I like that hard line right there, though. Alright, well, let me think about it. I love this mold, though. They're just so super shiny. Just beautiful. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. Alright, well, let me think about this for a second and think about what I'm going to do. And I will be right back. Okay, I decided to go ahead and go with it because in reality, that's pretty much what he looks like anyway. He just has a little bit of copper underneath of his paws, and you can't see the neck, and then a little bit on his back feet. It doesn't go up that far, but anyway. So I did write his name on it, just with a oil-based paint marker, and there that is. And I was going to do a rhinestone collar, but her dogs don't actually wear collars, and I wanted it to be as much like them as possible, so I'm just gonna leave it off. I do want to maybe try and get his little mouth highlighted here. And the eyes. Just so they show up a little more. Oh. Where's the other one? Well, that is somewhat difficult. Making it too big. It's hard to get that little crevice right there. You hear my daughter singing in the background. Is that... Let's do that one again. Well, crap. It's really hard to get just in that little groove there, especially when it's black and you can't really see it. Okay. Okay. I think he looks good. Alright, well, I guess that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and so you can see more videos. Now we'll get my shout out list. I have Heart Creations by Renee, Epoxy Me That, Wanda's Blessed Creations, Linda's Resin Room, Blessed Epoxy by Amy, Crafting with Sierra, Kim's Art Alchemy, Callie's in the Kitchen, Girl in the Garage, Blossy Bee, Amy's Resin Corner, Beating Crazy Custom Creations, and Oliveborn Resin Creations. Go check their channels out if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.